Derek DeBrosse, gun lawyer, coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Munitionsgroup.com. Munitionsgroup.com, offices in Atlanta as well as Ohio. Good news, we're going to be opening up a third location in Louisville coming in 2019, so stay tuned for that. Remember, we handle most federal gun cases and gun issues across the United States. Give us a call if you have any questions, concerns, or comments. We'd be happy to give you some legal counsel if you need it. Today, excuse me, but today's video, it's a good question. It came by email, and it states, what is the legality in Ohio for an individual manufacturing a firearm from 80% lower? So, from a federal standpoint is what I want to address today. It's completely legal to make your own firearms. Most people don't know that, except for machine guns. You cannot make a new machine gun. I mean, you could build one up from registered parts that were made before May of 1986. But I want to focus just on your regular firearms, your hunting rifles, your shotguns, your AR-15 style rifles. You can start with an 80% lower, don't have to, but as long as you're not doing it for business purposes, you're completely legal. You don't need to serialize it as it stands today in Ohio. You cannot destroy a serial number in Ohio. That is a crime. It does not need to be serialized or anything like that. You can create a firearm from 80% lower. There is currently a proposal, though, I wanted to address, and that's HR 7115. I have it brought up on my phone so I can read you basically the summary, if you will. And it exists to prohibit the sale, acquisition, distribution, and commerce or import into the U.S. of certain firearm receiver, castings or blanks, assault weapon parts kits, and machine gun parts kits, and the marketing or advertising of such, and to require homemade firearms to have serial numbers. So really there's two issues I take with this bill. Well, let me talk about it generally first off. This is why elections have consequences. Get out there and vote. Get out there and, more importantly, get involved in local politics. Otherwise, this garbage is going to keep coming at us. It's going to keep coming at us. It's going to be more and more regulated, and our freedoms are going to start to dwindle down. It's important that we voice our voices and voice our concerns about our individual liberties and freedoms. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now. So two issues with this law. First is they're directly targeting 80% lowers here. They're directly targeting AR-15 parts kits. I know I've been invited to many AR-15 build parties. Curtis, I'm sure you've been invited to those before.
I will not confirm or deny.
So I know that there's things like that exist out there in the industry. So with that said, I mean, that all goes away. It's not illegal to build an AR-15 from the ground up, as long as you're not doing it for business purposes, wherein then you would need to be licensed. It's not illegal to do. Moreover, what this bill does is, if you do want to make your own firearm homemade, you have to get a serial number for it. And it's not like you can just make up your own serial number and engrave your firearm when you make it. You have to go to a registered dealer and acquire that number from that dealer. The law wasn't very clear on how those numbers were going to be drafted or originated, or if there's going to be a computer system, or who chooses the number, or how it works, or how it gets registered. But it does say that you're supposed to acquire the number from the dealer. Again, just another feel-good law, I think, that hasn't really been thought well through or thought well out of, really fleshed out all the details, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think it'll go anywhere from a political standpoint given the current climate, but this is what's on the horizon for us, so keep that in mind. I hope that answers your question. Any other follow-up comments, concerns, or questions, drop them in the comments below. Email, call, leave a message, and we'll be happy to try and address them. With that said, as always, be safe out there and carry on.